this thing on? How's this work? Ah, hey everybody, it's SVM. He disappeared for a week. A weekend. But now he's back. Why am I talking about myself in third person? I'll stop now. It is 5:20 something, and it's Sunday evening. Here's what happened. I was supposed to have Sunday off, and my manager was like, oh shoot, Sunday is quarterly inventory. So could you have Saturday off and work Sunday so that you and I can both do inventory? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. My wife, her family was going away to what I thought was the Poconos, but was actually something completely different. Lake Raystown is a man-made reservoir on the western side of Harrisburg, which is our state capital. Lancaster is here, Harrisburg is here, Raystown is over here. So I was like 130 miles away when everyone in the county got news that there's an awful, horrible, absolutely horrible, life-threatening storm on the way. I'm exaggerating, but only slightly. There's a hurricane, in case you don't live in the United States or somewhere that you would get this news. There is a huge hurricane on its way to where I live. Don't worry, I should be fine. Maybe power outages or something, but should be fine. But the most dangerous part of this storm is that there is a cold front coming from the west that's going to hit it. That shouldn't mean that much for me where I live, but for some of the people further south and further north, they might be what I would call screwed. So anyway, I was out of town on Saturday when the store went crazy, when everyone was like, I need to survive the next 3 days. By the way, it's not like raining yet. Well, it is raining, but it's not storming. Like, the hurricane isn't here yet. It looks like this. I don't know how well you can see that or not. Can you see? Oh, I can see a reflection of what I'm showing you. So anyway, it's rainy, but it's not, it's nothing bad. The bad stuff will start arriving tomorrow. We're supposed to have like 2 inches of rain tomorrow, then 2 more inches of rain the next day. It's going to be an interesting next couple days. So anyway, because I was, sorry, I'm doing like household things while I talk to you. Come on, come here. When I changed my schedule, it turned out that I was going to be able to, because of that, go with my wife to her family's little retreat, and that meant that I didn't have time for 5 things. So that's why I just disappeared. We did record the podcast. It is uploading right now. It will be posted at the same time or before this. Why is that door creepily closing behind me? Door, what are you doing? I'll just close it. That will solve that problem. So anyway, 5 things. Podcast is safe and will be posted. This way is better. 5 things was not. This is the first time that not making 5 things came as a surprise to me. Normally I plan for that kind of thing, but this week it did not happen. But anyway, here's the moral of this story. I went from a full-time job as a supervisor to a full-time job as an assistant manager. And I guess what I didn't realize is I was told I would be working overtime every week. And it was something like between 44 and 46 hours. And I'm like, well, that's only 4 or 6 more hours than I normally work. And the store is about 15 minutes closer than the other store that I worked at. So that's half an hour. That's 2.5 hours I'm going to save a week. So it's actually only like I'm working 2.5 hours more per week. That shouldn't be too much of an impact. Well, here's the rub. First of all, I didn't work 40 hours a week most weeks at my other job. I got close, but I think most weeks it was probably between 37 and 38. So it's actually, I got to add 2 or 3 more hours back on top of that. Second, I am headed into what is called the busiest part of the year for a good reason. It's the busiest part of the year. The next 8 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks are going to be nuts. And I'm not sure how many videos I'm going to be able to actually do. I'm going to try as hard as I can to make 5 things. That is priority 1. 5 Things podcast I would like to make happen as many weeks as I can. It's really not a problem. I like to make it at least half an hour with Alicia. Sometimes we can talk for an hour. So between half an hour and an hour, that's not really hard to do. Everything else, there's kind of a big question mark. The vlogs are easy. I will be happy to keep doing them. So feed me random topics and I will talk about random topics, not politics. Man, I just read this article about Madonna saying at one of her concerts, "I don't care who you vote for as long as it's Obama." Entertainers who do not delve into the political world should probably just shut up. There's a reason that I just don't suddenly start spouting political attitudes at you guys out of nowhere, because I've never talked about it before and I'm not going to talk about it now. Jon Stewart, on the other hand, you know, he's allowed to do that because that's what he's been doing for the last 15 years. Anyway, where did that come from? 5 Things podcast, vlogs, drum videos. I actually have several that are unedited that have been sitting on my computer for a week or more. They're just kind of there. I kind of like to drum when I feel like drumming, and if I feel like drumming, I will probably record it. When I get to edit it is a whole other matter. So that's the drum channel, and then SVM Gaming is the one that, of course, everyone really likes. But I refuse to have low production quality videos except for this is a Minecraft video. You will be seeing at least a little bit of that coming up because I'm going to update to 1.4 and I don't want to just jump into Survive or Die not knowing what's going on and walk up to a wither and be like, how do I fight this thing? And then get my ass handed to me. I'm going to go experience that in a new world that is just temporary, that I can, you know, create some items so I can see what things do what, get used to fighting new mobs, all that stuff. Then I will go into Survive or Die and play it hardcore, or whatever. Whatever the softcore. That's what Survive or Die is now, softcore. So anyway, that is the plan. I'm sorry that I won't be able to spend that much time with you for the rest of the calendar year. I will spend as much time as I am able, but it won't be as much as I have the past several months. Once the new year rolls around, we'll see. Maybe I will be able to get back in the swing of doing some more production stuff. My friends online are really good at getting at me to ask me if I want to do stuff, and I hate to tell them no all the time, but that's all I've been able to do lately, and it sucks. I miss you guys, but that's the way it is. Anyway, my wife is getting home with Taco Bell, and I am starving, and I am so excited to eat it. So I'm gonna go get ready, and I love you guys. Goodbye.